Oh, there he goes. I found something rare here on the farm. Blake working his tail off.
Get out of here.
Just kidding. We're about to get it. All right, well, we got her done. Here, do you want to move that bag so they can see better? We had it so it wasn't getting dirt in the joints. But that looks a lot cleaner and nicer. We did have to do this little tweak over here, but overall that's a lot better than having all those splices that we had. So I think we're good.
Dad, it's leaking.
No, there's no water. Nice try, Dad, it's leaking. So we will turn it on here in a little bit without covering it up, make sure everything's working well. But it feels good to finally have it all hooked back up. So thanks for all your help, buddy.
Yep, you bet.
All right, let's go saddle Gold 66.
All right.
Well, we brought Gold 66 over here to the round pen, and we're gonna put a saddle on it for the first time and see how that goes. Blake's still got that finger with a pin in it, so he pretty much does everything. But if you notice him kind of being a little more ginger with it, it's because Dad's telling him to. We don't want it to bend before it gets pulled out, or else they have to put him under. He's not quite as calm as Penny was. He's not crazy, he's just a little more attentive. So Blake will do it on both sides, desensitize him and get him used to both sides. It's a beautiful fall day. Wait, I don't want to jinx it because I know it's getting cold soon, but to be the 20th of November is when we're videoing this, and still be in short sleeve shirts during the day. It's cold at night. It was probably down to 26 or 30 last night, but Blake's not hitting him. He's putting his hand up and putting a little pressure just because he doesn't want him in his space. The horse has to learn, even if he's scared, he doesn't run into Blake. That's how people get themselves hurt, is and you'll hear someone call a horse a spoiled horse, and a lot of times a spoiled horse is just kind of, I mean, there's lots of definitions of a spoiled horse, but a lot of times I've noticed people call a horse spoiled that gets in your space.
It's been babied.
Yeah, they've been babied a little bit. So a little bit of tough love will pay off. See, he can turn his head towards Blake, but if he starts pushing with his face or going towards Blake because he's scared, Blake's gonna teach him, no, if you're scared, you go away from me, not into me, because that'll hurt somebody if when they're scared they lunge towards you. So he looks a lot like Penny, but bigger.
Yeah, they do look a lot alike right now with her winter coat on.
Yeah. Want me to bring the saddle over?
Yeah, one second. Boy.
So Blake.
All right, this is a rare occasion. Dad's throwing a saddle on the horse. Oh, I'm kidding, Dad. Oh, buddy. Hey.
Don't let it fall, don't let it fall.
I know that's what I'm trying. But I have to video too.
It's a little spooky.
All right. Okay, this is hard with.
I agree.
It's all folded up under.
Yeah.
That's the thing about my saddle. I think whoever had it first, just let it lay down like that.
And not going crazy having it sit on his back. The swing on his back, he was a little nervous.
Yeah.
Well, here we want to switch camera now, and you can
Cinch him up. Yep.
So, those of you that watched the other day saw how Blake will cinch and then release, cinch and release, like he did with Penny the other day. And that just gets him kind of used to it. He may buck around a little bit once we let him run around with the saddle, but that's okay. That's part of learning. And we'd rather him learn to get the bucks out without a rider on there than get it on there. But he's still about 6 months away from us putting a person on him. A lot of you responded if it's okay to start a 2-year-old, and everyone has different opinions. I would say the majority said it is okay, as long as you don't go too hard and too heavy. And I would agree. You also have to, each horse is different.
I know different breeds, like pretty sure it's Arabians, don't they not start till they're like 4 or 5 or something?
I don't know, we're not Arabian people, but those of you that are Arabian people, answer, you can respond and tell us. But they have finer bones. Quarter horses have pretty nice bone structure, a lot of muscle, and but some of ours, like Peaches, she's kind of fine bone, so we're giving her some time. Even though she's 2.5 years old, we haven't ridden her yet, even though she was ridden a couple times before we got her. Now the back cinch, you put tight enough that he won't get a leg up in there. So maybe one more notch, bud. But you don't really cinch it tight like you would the front cinch. Okay, well, I'm gonna step out in case he goes crazy.
I'm gonna go ahead and clip too.
Just that. And there you go, first time saddled. But let's see how he's gonna respond. We haven't even lunged him or worked him in the round pin really, so oh, there he goes. Let him just get the buck out first.
I don't think he is.
You think he's still gonna? I think you're right.
That's why you gotta teach him not to freaking come in your face.
Yeah, he went right at you, not to hurt you. He's just used to. That's where he's got his relief, was going into someone. Even though we haven't messed with him much, he's just got a lot to learn. Okay, we got to get him to go forward and realize that this saddle's not going to hurt him.
Yeah, I know. Man, the sawdust smells nice.
Yeah. This is just sawdust that somebody gave us, and we just dumped it in the round pen. It'll spread out with some work. He's funny. A lot of colts, they buck a time or two and then they're done, but he's still kind of trying to figure it out. You don't want to get relief with me, bud. Blake's the one controlling your movement, not me. There he kind of went. Blake wants to be able to control where he goes, not let him decide when he turns or... So Blake's dictating which direction he goes. And if Gold 66 tries to go or switch the direction without Blake's permission, then Blake will get after him. Now Blake backs off once in a while to see if he'll face Blake, but at this point, Gold 66 is just not really into Blake yet. He's just trying to, he's still concerned about a saddle on him, doesn't know what's going on. That's perfect. Well, it was the start of perfection. Blake backed off, he faced Blake, but then he got distracted again. So Blake's just been working with him for about 5 minutes, and he's starting to lick his lips and submit better. So Blake wants, when he takes the pressure off, for him to face him. That's what he's hoping will happen. Oh, no, see, he chose to go.
Hey, turned inside that time.
Yeah. Pretty sharp.
We can edit that out.
He turned, and then when Blake asked him to go the other direction, he went the other direction. You don't want them to turn their butt to you. If they turn their butt to you, that's a sign of aggression or disrespect. And we're trying to get him to respect us and submit to Blake as his master here. There you go, that was beautiful. He turned in, and then Blake turns him around. Now next time he turns in, see if you can just walk up to him.
I tried that time. I was gonna wait, but he turned and went. It is interesting for how little we mess with him. He sure does think that we're his release point.
Yeah, it is crazy, isn't it?
Like, most colts that haven't been messed with are staying as far away from you as they can, but I don't know.
That's awesome. See, he turned in towards Blake. I'd call that a good day, bud. First time saddled. He's turning in towards you. There you go. Just put the lead on and pet on him a little bit.
Lucky he couldn't even buck that good. It's kind of funny.
He's just, yeah.
Dad, you forgot a cocklebur.
Oh, man.
That's why he bucked. He's under his freaking halter.
Well, he did good.
He's just done.
Okay, now he may, as it slides off of him, it may spook him a little bit, so we'll be careful, but.
You got that?
Trying to video and do it at the same time. That takes coordination, which I don't always have.
Oh, Gold 66 tore it up.
He did good, didn't he? Okay, why don't you take the saddle and he didn't even flinch at all.
Here, wait. Yeah, pull it right that way. Take down the saddle.
All right.
With 9 fingers, carry the saddle. I'll hold on to the rope.
Yeah, let the guy with 9 fingers carry the saddle. All right. Well, Gold 66, you've been amazing today, bud. Let's let you go back out to pasture, but today was a great day of lessons. Hope y'all enjoyed. Let us know what you think. Okay, we got a problem. I was down working at the corral and I noticed Bailey, our golden doodle female, running down towards the junk pile, and she had something in her mouth. I have a feeling that she has puppies. Okay, there's a hole right here. Bailey has gone in the hole and I hear her puppies. Hey Bailey, come on, you're gonna have to come out so we can help you. Let's go up to the house. Come on. Come on, Bailey. All right, there's the puppy. Hey, come on. Come on. Look, here's one puppy. I don't know if she has more. Come on, Bailey. Come on. Come on, Bailey, let's go. We gotta make sure she doesn't have more underneath there. We had a bed up at the house, but she didn't use it. Obviously, we didn't think she was due for a couple days, but anyway, I think we've caught him in time, but hopefully we can get Bailey to come out. We'll make sure there's no puppies under there and we'll get her under the heat lamp in the garage. Let's go, Bailey, come on. I called Blake and asked him to hurry and come home and help me, so he should be here any minute. Baby puppies make noise, and so better than not seeing anything is the fact that I don't hear any of them crying underneath there. So anyway, Blake's taking the baby up to the garage. We'll lock the mother in the garage. We have a heat lamp and a whelping bed. So let's go see how it goes here. We're talking puppies. I just let Bella out. But look at her puppies, how big they're getting. All but 2 are spoken for, but 2 are still available. These are F1 Golden Doodles, and they'll be ready to go in 2 weeks. So, aren't they cute? Huh?
Crazy.
Actually, it was the best case scenario that I saw her going down to the barn with something in her mouth, and I was like, oh my gosh, that must be a puppy. So I ran over there, and
So she had it in her mouth.
She had it in here?
she had it in here or somewhere. And
She
then,
had it in here. There's blood it's all like, no it isn't. Maybe she didn't have it in here. I don't know.
anyway, she had it somewhere.
I'm wondering if she could have had it somewhere else and had more puppies and was taking them to. Could she be out there be more puppies?
I think she'd be pretty concerned about wanting to go to him. I really think it was her first one. I think she just kind of freaked out, and wherever she had it, she was worried. Let it lick on it. Yeah, she's got to have some more here, and then she'll start settling down.
Boy or girl, what's your bet?
Boy.
Girl.
It's a girl.
It's a girl, I told you. Well, Quentin's back. We got this all fixed and buried, and now he's gonna, well, not buried. We buried it with a shovel, but now he's gonna bury it for good. Problem is, we tore up our electrical. So that'll be our next project, is to rebury some wire. Well, you're probably wondering how it all ended up. Well, it was a late night, I'll tell you that, but let me show you. If you can count them there's 9 puppies. The sad thing is, there was 4 others, but they were stillborn. So she had 13 puppies, and they look kind of red under there, but that's because it's a heat lamp. But anyway, they're snoozing. Puppy dreams. Watch, it'll move. There it goes. We have some F1B golden doodle puppies that'll be ready in about 8 weeks. Hey Bailey, come here. You did super good, girl. You did super good. Yeah, you probably noticed that the old blanket we had under there was a, I don't know what it was, Little Mermaid or something. We buy old blankets at like dollar stores, and then once she's had the babies, we switch it out for another. This was an old quilt we had, her comforter. But anyway, have a great night.